Hey everybody, I was asked by my sister to draw a baby dragon for her to use as a back window sticker, and I thought I would capture it in real time and show you how I work. I have a field set up here that's 6 inches by 6 inches. When you do a back window sticker, you're probably looking at maybe 4 inches by 4 inches tops, but you really want to be visible from the outside. So the main illustration, I'm figuring 6 by 6. I'm going to sit here and sketch out a little something for the dragon. She just wants a fun little dragon. Make him a fat little dragon. Put an arm up. Put the other arm up. I came up with the joke this morning. About having him just dragging along. So very roughly, I'm going to set in what I want to draw. Just going to set in what I want to draw here. Probably going to open up its mouth a little bit. So, oops. Add some back scales. Of course, a tail. Got to remember a tail. Don't want to be too detailed. It's going to be a sticker. Want it to be happy. I'm just going to go through and roughly lay out pencil-wise what I want to do. And again, I don't want to be very detailed on this because it is going to be a back window sticker. Want him to have a big belly. Have him to be happy. Give him some feet. Give him some claws. Very roughly. Now that I have that down, I'm going up to another layer and I'm going to ink it. See how that looks? I'm going to add some claws out here. And again, I'm not going to be very, very detailed. It's for a back window sticker. It's only meant to be seen very quickly. So you have to have as little detail as possible in order to get your point across. Little elbow there. Little underarm, nice big round belly, happy body. You have to keep the solid line. So I'm going to be cutting this out of vinyl, and it's only going to be about 3 inches tall once it's done. Big eyes, happy. I'm going to make the mouth a little wider. Put in some nostrils. The detail I want to make thick. Nice and thick. Ears. And again, we want to be simple here. Ears. Side of the head. Bottom lip. Maybe even give him a little bit of fur there or hair at the bottom. Gonna make him smiling. Give him some inside detail here for his belly. Really want to bring that belly home as being happy. Here's a claw. Well, that line didn't look right. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to try it again. Not everything you do is going to be perfect. It's the key to doing stuff like this is not to be frustrated, but to also want to work very quickly. Want to make very solid lines. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go through and vectorize it after I've drawn it. I'm going to put it through Corel Trace. Throw a little bit of lettering behind it, or around it I should say. I'm gonna go through and cut it out of vinyl, and I will show you what that looks like in this video. Other hand, over here, elbow. Again, I'm trying to stay as simple as possible. This is going to be a window sticker. All right. Oh, basically, it's just a matter of getting the lines in. You don't have to follow your pencils. This is your drawing. When you cartoon like this, those pencil lines are just there to guide. They're not set in stone. Back of the foot. A little bit more toe here. I'm going to reverse this out, so the dragon's going to be solid. We're going to erase a lot of, or not erase, but take out a lot of the detail. It's in reverse. The window is tinted, so most of this is going to be solid. And again, you don't want to add a whole lot of detail. Simple wing. Oops, I didn't like that. I'm going to give it more of a curve, almost like a bat wing. Emphasize it under the arm so that you see that it's there. The thicker you make it, the easier it is going to be to weed. That didn't look right. I'm going to take a lot of that shadow out and redraw it. You could even jump up your pen point. I'm working on a 19 here. I'm thinking about jumping up to about a 25 for the final pass through. All right. Kind of like the way that looks. Got to remember that everything there that's black is going to get pulled out and weeded once it's done. Now I'm going to get rid of my pencil line so that I can see what it looks like. I'm going to touch it up enough. Again, we really want to be solid here. This is going to be only about a 3 by 3. I'm going to jump up to a 25, even a 30 would be good at this point. And I'm going to go through and re-emphasize some of these lines just to make sure that they're, when I go through and vectorize it, it's going to take a lot of the curviness out. It's going to straighten out some of that line work. But again, I'm not putting a whole lot of detail into this because it's going to just be a very small sticker that somebody's going to see on the back of her car. Emphasize the lines so they will be easier to see and weed. Get rid of that. That did not look right. Not everything you draw, again, 100%. Right there. Want to be careful to avoid any type of coincidence lines. It's very easy to do when you're quickly cartooning like this. Just to draw a couple of lines that meet together that aren't supposed to be together. Simple, easy, quick to see illustration. And again, if you saw where I started, it's really just basic shapes, making the character look thick, getting it down. Oops. And again, small mistake there. Just erase it. Just a matter of going back over the lines. I'm going to add just a little bit of detail here, probably in these larger open areas. Whoops, that doesn't look right. I'm drawing this off of my Cintiq. Get the top fin in here. All one nice curve, a little bit of division there to show that that ear is tucked back. A little bit more fun into the eyes, a little bit wider. And again, I want to emphasize simple, quick, thick lines, cool character, just fun. Oh, and I might even go through and do an outline on this once I'm done, once I look at it and see, because we have a congested area right there that might be a little difficult once it's weeded. That's what I'll probably do. I'll probably give it a small halo. Now what I'm going to finish it off with is just a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of scale work. Just to show that the dragon has scales. Just in some of the bigger areas. I'm going to be pulling these out. I'm probably going to do the character in reverse. I'm going to be pulling these out of vinyl, so I want to make sure that they're thick and enough to show that there's some scale work there. So that it looks like a dragon. Next, we can add some details in the wings if we want. Just a little, not a lot, because it's going to be a very small window sticker. All right, I think that is close. I'm going to go through and tighten up the look on that eye, just so it looks as cute as possible. I might do some final touch-ups once I've vectorized it. I'm going to take a look at it. I vectorize it in Corel Trace. I know I work very old-fashioned with old software. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit more space here between the eye and the side of his head. Division line right there needs to be a little bigger. I'm going to bring that line over. Whoops. Don't know what that did. I hit the wrong button. Also happens. Everything isn't perfect. All right, I think he looks cool. I'm going to emphasize that mouth a little heavier. And I think there you have it. That is the finished drawing work for our little dragon guy. Next, I took that Photoshop file and put it through Corel Trace and traced the illustration. What that did is it vectorized it down into a vector file, which made it solid lines all the way around where the illustration was. I did put a border around it, or a halo, afterwards, and added the type, then cut it out of vinyl and weeded it, took out all the vinyl that wasn't necessary, and this was the final result. It took longer to weed the images than it actually took to draw the dragon. Then finally, after laying down some transfer tape, I went in over to my sister's car and applied it to her back window, and this is what the final result looks like. I think it turned out pretty good. My sister was very happy with it in the end. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video and a look into the commercial side of my illustration work. There's all sorts of things that cartoons can be used for in all sorts of ways to use your cartooning talent if you just apply yourself and put your mind to it. In future videos, we'll talk about more things that I do, a lot of different ways that you can get sequential art out there and cartooning out there to the masses, all right? So that's it for this time. If you stuck around this long, I deeply appreciate your attention. I'm glad that you're here. Please tell your friends, subscribe, like, hit the bell for notifications. And most of all, thanks a lot for being here. See you next time.